Ricky, Don, Terry, and all of you. Let me tell you, I usually start out as a two-time Army veteran. I usually start out by As a two-time Army veteran, I usually start out my remarks with a couple of Navy jokes.
All right.
But considering the humility that would be put upon me by getting beat up in public by a Navy guy, I'm going to make it my jokes about Pelosi and Obama. For you guys who couldn't hear, those last two jokes were brilliant. Sorry, guys. As you know, as some of you know, I am well known to some of Pennsylvania's elites, even though I may not be known to you. Arlen Specter, for example. Let me tell you how I'm known to Arlen. And Mr. Toomey, you may want to hear this. On the eve of the stimulus vote, the Senate cloture vote for the stimulus bill, fearing there was nothing I could do from my perch at the National Republican Trust PAC, I announced that I would spend every dollar legal for my organization to back a primary opponent to any Republican who voted for the stimulus bill. Mr. Specter, 30 years is too much. You can read about that whole story, the commercials we ran about Specter at our website, goptrust.com. I hope you'll go there and help us out. Now, also, you may have heard about my upcoming book entitled Hamas in America.
Yep.
That's scary.
I'm not getting a shameless plug in for my book. I bring it up for a reason. How many of you have all been, have gotten your stimulus bill, or your, your bailout yet? Anybody? Bailout? Well,
They can keep it.
let me break some bad news to you. Hamas got a bailout to the tune of $1 billion recently, courtesy of you and I. Now,
Get the hell out of
Obama didn't give it directly to Hamas.
here. Oh my
No.
God.
He sent it through the UN, which means Hezbollah will get their cut too.
Oh my God.
I don't know how you feel about funding terrorists.
It
I'll
sucks.
tell you what,
F-16.
I am furious.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, last week comes this Department of Homeland Security thing saying, guess what? The bad news is the Obama administration considers us terrorists.
Yeah.
But there is good news.
Bring it
And
on,
the good
Obama.
news is, as terrorists, we may be eligible for bailout. Check online for your bailout application.
Yeah.
Right-wing extremists.
Seriously, though.
Extremists.com.
We've been taking a beating this week from the media.
Yeah, you
The
did.
CNN reporter who called the Tea Parties anti-government and anti-CNN. The very fact that CNN considers being anti-government also anti-CNN tells you something right there.
CNN
Tells you something disturbing and alarming. As a
Friendly
former
news
journalist,
network.
the last thing I'd want to be called is a government entity. But they spelled themselves out way back in the campaign as
Yeah, they
being
did.
the mouthpiece for the Obama administration.
That's
Yeah.
right.
MSNBC.
We've also heard Madam Pelosi refer to this movement as AstroTurf. Let me tell you something.
She sucks.
This is how out of touch Pelosi is. AstroTurf went out about the same time those pantsuits her and Hillary are wearing. Still. You got to ask yourself if they really believe in animal rights. How many polyesters had to die for those pantsuits?
Put him there.
What you are hearing from them, what you are hearing is the sadness as they're being dragged from the perches of the ivory towers they have built for themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
She's the most
And the noise they're making is a symphony. It's a symphony of asininity.
Yeah!
To us, it sounds like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Yeah!
Let me tell you, folks, I've traveled this country and the world. The brightest of the liberals are abandoning them like you would not believe it, and they're looking for a home. The bright, creative, intelligent liberals have abandoned these guys, and they're looking for a place to go where they can be Americans too.
Come on in!
Come on in.
Come on in!
Join us.
The only people left in that movement are the jackasses. I'm sorry.
The Three Musketeers!
They joined that group because they couldn't find any other way to be cool.
Obama.
Little did they know.
Cool.
Well, now that handwriting is on the wall for many of these, they will realize that, in fact, now that the one they were waiting for no longer needs them because their popularity is in the toilet, they'll be quickly abandoned, just like he has abandoned the American people.
Yeah! That's all right. We don't need them!
I'll close with one statement that was terribly troubling to me in Berlin last summer when President Obama, then Senator Obama, went over to Berlin and proclaimed that he is a citizen of the world.
Yeah, you know what? Don't leave it over there! Let him go live in the other world!
I'll tell you what, as an American, I want someone to represent us.
Yeah!
Thank you. God bless America.